without any further interruption, so that there are things that should be done in here, I believe, as much of disturbance outbreak today, 17 hour. And this one should be done, right? Says time remaining 26 days. It does not mean disturbance outbreak is when you get to farm this bonus, right? This is it. But the Stygian Onslaught will be for the next 26 days, so this is not an immediate priority whatsoever. So this says 4 days 17 hour. The Varka, Mondstadt and whatnot. So there are some things to be done here and there. Oh, what a place, I gotta say. This is very memorable location, right? It's like a scene from the game. May sound insane, right? So that is I'm sorry. That is where we came from. That is the Nodland, the Ochkan, right? There's the main tree. You can see the freaking King Deshret's legacy in here. This ginormous reverse pyramid floating in the air in there. It is crazy to think, right? Is this, do you think, normal to be seeing this kind of location in here, like every single whatever direction you're looking at, right? There's some kind of stupid ass building, some sort of architectural achievement, and you can see it. You can see an entire world in here. We are facing this direction, right? This is something in here. It is Fontaine, apparently. The home of the Freedom. Is this Fontaine? I can see the waterfall. Yes, it is Fontaine. So there's the tree. The Human Soul. That must be here. Oh fuck it. Wow. I never thought the gaming would come to this position we're at. So there are a lot of events to be catching up on, essentially. As you can see, this says like 5 days for this Genshin one, but we are not doing it at the moment, I believe. So what we are going to be doing is most likely, first things first, my pants are a little bit there are definitely a certain amount of hair on them. That must have been because I was playing with the dog excessively a little bit, like yesterday. Unfortunately. I'm in trousers right now. There is nothing on my leg part. So the Varka is here. Zibai was apparently a better pull, right? Because she is the Geo character, and not only that, she utilizes the new mechanic, the lunar crystallize. It is not just a lunar reaction, right? It's also crystallized one. It's also geo related. So it's even more unique in our case. But overall, it serves the same mechanism, right? So she was in the short term in here to say it was better pull, right? There will be upcoming Linnea character to her as well, the Geoball character that looks like a mix of a hybrid of Cleid again and Alice. But also there is apparently going to be coming up Nicole character, and she will be apparently sufficient good for Varka. So this idiot will be getting a buff in the future, supposedly, allegedly. So I wouldn't say it's too bad of a case, right? There's this red and make sentinel. I still cannot obtain the weapon no matter what. So I did a little bit of thinking yesterday, right? Whether or not Divine Key of Teresa can be good. I think it can be good, but if you are really limited on pulls, which you constantly are in this game, I think it is for the better case to go for her weapon after all. So the 30,000 pull milestone was hit yesterday. We did obtain the weapon. There is a heavy advertisement of the Evanesia and Silver Wolf at the moment, wearing the gauntlet, right? The Infinity Gauntlet. She in here? She should be, right? Silver Wolf level 999. Whoa. So there are wooden quests and there is this Honka Starrel. I don't recall how much time there is for all those wooden quests event. Probably I should be rushing on them as well, right? From all the perspective, look at it. There's also this Honka Starrel's game. That story can be addressed, truth be told, but I'm a little bit wary of it by now. It should be addressed, like, you know, when I'm sitting down in the chair already, lying down and listening to the music or something, like, unnoticingly. So let us log into the wooden quests then. There is no point, I believe, to be logging into Starrel at the moment. But there is an entire load of event to be waging off in here, especially in WoW game. Update. Yet again, small updates, huh? I'm a little bit hungry, but also a little bit unwashed by now as well. Also super sitting like without any energy, and I'm not going to lie, past few days has been really I mean, you can be living in ignorance, right? Listen guys, there are a lot of people in this world, not all good, right? Not everyone's desire, but you don't have to be an Arden from the Final Fantasy 15 to tell that there will be those who will stab you. I love Reverse Sugar. She's just such a humble character. How much time it is? It is March 11th, right? It is. It's just not 12:58 AM already. It's 12:13 PM. Yeah. So yeah, maybe pulling on pens would not be the worst case, honestly, at the moment. But I'm so out of energy because like I feel so bad. You guys do not want to know like that. You know, there are things an adult individual can absolutely like ignore and live through, right? It's like neither of people in here are like made out of the softest alloy ever, right? But you do freaking realize what you are dealing with, and it's like this is not a few idiots you can just punch and throw out of the bar, right? It was like this is by far not 10 hours it says for this. This is by far not a few idiot that you can just punch and throw out of the bar as bouncer, right? If it was this easy, if key to the everyone's piece was just lying plainly in there in physical violence or opportunity to educate either, neither of those is doing like nothing absolutely. Physical violence not helping threats. Nobody wants to educate. Alright. This is an entire stalemate that all of you are living in, right? It will not be just resolved on its own, like, whatsoever. Alright, sorry. Sorry. Coming through, don't look at my panties. Let me pull on the pants. Nasty. But whatever. It's so hot right now. Nasty as well. Open up the window. I don't know which beach has closed it. I'll be right back. there ain't too much to be munching on. To say, this apple probably will stimulate my digestive system or something, right? But it's just natural life because there's no way I can just continue on living like this and be fine, right, without any food. Six day for that one, 6 day for this. 6 day permanent. 6 day. 7 day. That does not matter. 4 day which we finished already. 18 day we did finish as well. So there's only this thing, I don't know what this is. This is not an event, is it? It looks like a web event. Low temperature. This does not matter, right? Oh god. Holy moly, it's an actual event. And you cannot even see it. That's what it was. See? So I need to capture it secondary. No, not this one. So we were sitting in this Wooden Quasars event, right? There was this web event with an active mini game to it. My PC just froze. Maybe we should log into the StarHell then. It was like 7 days for each event in Wooden Quasars too. The Genshin's one ends faster and... Alright. We are going to log into the Wooden Quasars to finish this event. There will not be much more to it than that. Listen, I'm by far in here not for finishing events, so I can event finishing bot, right? But it is more so that it looked interesting. I know there are a lot of interesting things in this world, right? We do not have time for each interesting thing. I better not crash my PC again. Down. Down. Man, I used to know quite a few people in this world, right? Listen, there's not just the internet allowing you to learn of such a people in here, right? But there were truly some very interesting cases, and natural to say, the time passing through, shifting, phasing, like into nowhere, right? Like. Yes, and it's not. It is not that it is difficult to understand people, interact with them. It is not that you can just rely on social media, right? And bam, that is the ultimate solution to help you can feel a little bit less tense and more open, right? No, I don't think it is like that whatsoever. I think that there's just certain things out there in this world that they're just fundamentally not right. Just I'm sorry, but is it not going to crash my PC again? Imagine if there's some sort of code in here that makes your PC like overload. Hell yeah. What is next, Chief? So that was one. Holy moly. Some truly Bioshock game right here. No. How many stairs there is? 7? 6, I think. Very entertaining. Does this go somewhere? It actually does, right? That one's fixed. I see. Oh no, I didn't click on that top one. Wow. Right, I finished half of it. I feel like that was just about as much as we should have. Let's proceed with something else then. So IMF was really strong. If you do not pull her, you're probably pretty not far seen, right? I don't know why you do not want to pull a girl that essentially an idol and core of the team Formation. Heads up to you, naturally, but I don't know why you play a gacha game for the beginner to not admire an idol girl. So no, 10 years from now, people will be looking down back on this Star Allies game, and it will be making up the same classics you already loved, quite plentiful here in this world. No way you will not be right. New. Idea to Vanessa? No. What do you mean new then? There's a Keridra and Rappa in here. Are they on the banner? Not yet. 13 day. Are they the next phase of this, and afterwards it follows through with Evanescent Silver Wolf or what? I do have certain degree of pull though. That is the good thing, very, very much, right? $60 pull, that is pretty much honestly, that will be just about sufficient for one character, right? So how much in this game for the 10 day? Version 2 universe reset as well. Memory of Chaos. So this anomaly arbitration thing is not this is not feasible for anyone normal. You need the light cones for this, you need a character team setup, you need maybe even Eidolon as well, right? This is not a normal game mode, this is too difficult. Stella even jokes about it. She even makes a remark, this is far too difficult. So limited 5-star characters, you can see it says 11 days in here on everything, 12 days, 13 days. On Mia's outfit, 1500 stellar rate on this roll on Cosmic One. I believe, presume this will be the trading card game, the TCG, right? And so Gift of Odyssey will provide us Tamer pool, and from now on there is a logical priority to be had in pushing through the events that are running out closes right now, right? Genshin Impact within Quest. For now, however, we will probably presumably continue with the story of this game, because there is essentially nothing else in terms of story to be proceeding with. Alright, welcome to Arcadia. Let's meet up with the Sparksy. Let's hook up with the beach. Konomama. Check. So yeah, the place is like something from the Katamari game, right? It's like the entire city is very how do you say it like normally? Sorry. Stacked is a very simple word, right? Iconic is a very simple word as well. What does this word even like is represent? Like when something is so out of proportion. I am not sure. I like literally have no clue. I'm sorry. Keep your eyes on it and will fall sleepy, 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 and then will full of confidence, omnipotent, and invincible. Holy moly. Down, 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 da, 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 da. That sound in there in the song, ta-da, right? Like a bird singing. It's very, very sad. Ta-da, da-da-da, ta. It's like you had lived your entire life in here, right? And you know precisely it already is all in the past. All the best that we've had is already way, way in the past. Which was Pinacone from Castarel. Maybe a little bit of Amphareus as well, right? It's way in the past. Is this a joke that they just have freaking Heron's freaking face in here? I mean, this is probably fourth wall kind of stuff, right? But as in, it would not be in here. Was this character not known for this game to be the character of this game, right? I mean, this Emanator character are kind of, you know, not everyone knows of them, should be knowing. Like, this is undisclosed information here. Just saying. If this was an actual game within this game, they would come up with the characters that were non-existent, right? It makes sense. Even in the real world, you do not see like real people being part of the trading card game. Well. So what the word is exactly again? Can you like help me? Is this from that event we get on to play the Fez one? The island, sir, in the air. Eponymous, no, not eponymous. Something like how do I explain? Well, da 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 da. Epitomizing, no, not example of sort. Like grown out of proportion. I don't know what I'm looking for. Symbolic, no, not that either. So something from the literary term. No clue. Sorry, absolutely no clue. Sarcasm, artistic, satire. No. Representing? No. No. Something like that, but not the word. Not this one. Someone plays in this stupid... Goddamn, there's an entire mini games on the screen here. There is this platformer one where you go down. There is this Flappy Bird one. Everyone knows of this game, right? This is Flappy Bird. The key of this game is to jump down as much as possible, as you can see, and then click. You want to get to the bottom of this thing and click from then on. To flop. I truly do not wish to know what this road would be if so happened that you know, we forgot our way, how to be and whatnot. Think of it just true, right? There's so many people living in this world. Like, there are certain reason why teachers go to the school. They understand what they're supposed to do, right? Seller at the market also like stay in their place, like an NPC, right? Non-playable character, and secondary role to say. It may help to many of us to be more or less like that, right? Alright, I'm gonna... How was I saying? I'm going to go take out for a second. I'm hungry, natural to say, so I'll need to eat breakfast before we proceed with any story, but presumably there will be clearing out of this story, and it will be followed via the clearing out of Genshin and Vuvas events, or events to be finished. So, wow. So, there's this one single thing, right? That people of modernity are sharing today in common. Merely one thing. It is the need to keep on. Wow, it's so bright. It is the need to keep on moving forward. And someone, I'm not going to be pointing out whom. If I'm going to point out, I'm going to become... God damn it. If you point out at who is evil, instead of, you know, rethinking your way of being and such forth, guess what they're doing? They treat it as obstruction to their hegemony, the tyranny. I'm sorry, but guys, is there any particular reason? The only thing that the human get born for is to move. You get born to, you move out of the uterus straight through the canal to the living world. You had moved. You get to move after your establishment. You get on the floor and you move on the two arms. You go on a basketball field, football field, a school's institution borders, right? And you kind of run in there. There's an asphalt in there, right? The parents had brought you in there. Just run in there, right? So you are brought into this world to perform some sort of actions. Some are uncertain one, right? Just getting to acknowledge this world in yourself. Get to live. One will be very important, dedicated to continuation of the cycle, right? That is essentially why you live. And the other one are kind of irrelevant, right? But they consist and make up an entirety of what you are doing. So, with that aside, someone has been severely obstructing a way for many of the people to move anywhere, not just because the internet has been tampered with, but an entire world. As you might have noticed, the world is in a state of global conflict. Not a cold one, this is not a cold war, this is a super heated action. As we all might know, in a heat, in a higher of degree temperatures, it is easier for cells to move. In all due consideration, due to that one established scientific fact, that it is easier for cells to move in high temperatures. The conflicts already should have been resolved by now, but they aren't. That means only one thing: it is not hot enough. You know, there is only two principles in here. It is super easy to move in heat, right? And there is no entropy when it is zero temperature. Absolute zero. 273.18 or whatever it is, 15. 273.15, I believe, right? When that is the temperature, there is no possible way that anything can happen. Nothing can happen. It is an absolute stillness. There is no variable, there is no activity whatsoever. Nothing can happen, nothing. This is nothingness. It is frozen entirely. That's it. Wow! So time for breakfast. There is walnut, surely. I did not forget it. Eggs, as you might see. Let us begin. Well, the rest of the yesterday's video uploading and such forth will be today's segment. Let us begin with breakfast. So, I got off 3 times. Because natural to say there is not much else to do aside, right? It's like, this world is in ruin as it is. I'm sorry, but there is no meaning to live, and spending it on something that is not that is not work, right? And on top of it makes up draining your time on top of it. I don't see any reason to be spending time on anything, I'm sorry. Until all of the people realize what kind of contribution do you wish to output for everyone to see something better out of this world, it will not be realizing into the reality whatsoever. Unfortunately, no matter what you guys are doing, there always will be someone who will ruin all of it. This is not about defensive mechanisms either, this is about education, as you might guess, right? The people themselves allow for this kind of thing to protrude, emerge, support them. You get to support which you believe in, right? Those who are believed in get more power in this world. If you have power, you get to decide the rules for everyone. Someone who has too much power in here has not decided that there will be any better for anyone, but a giant cluster of discord. Someone whose face is every single day on this technologically advanced swipe phone menu. Elon Musk is a trillionaire. Mark Zuckerberg is a billionaire. Who else do you think at the core of every fucking murder on this planet? Every single worst and wrong that we are seeing. Who else? Naturally, not only them. Guess what? Not only them, no. A masses of people that have supported them all together. They are not just, oh, I can just magically say that trillionaire is dog shit, so that is the core of the issue. No. He's having to play by the same rules you have built. It is not the trillionaire here is the biggest issue, but someone who allegedly has zero power. Do you know why? Because you think that you have zero power. But you had spoke to this individual. You had spoke to that individual. You are speaking every single day, and by speech, you are transmitting your own will onto someone. You are inheriting your will. Those kind of people get to believe in you, or they don't. Too many people have believed that all this trillionaire is important to their life. Too many people have believed that their life is not important and that they cannot be educating, cannot be performing any better for anyone and whatsoever. All of this is an avalanche that has been building up over time, slowly, bit by bit. As you might have guessed. Wow. I'm sorry, but not a single influential individual out there having access to the hottest woman on this planet can help or solve anything in here in these terms, because can you just think about the amount of people living on this planet? 8 billion, right? Let's just say that only 100,000 people get to decide, right? Which kind of the true. What they get precisely to decide, because something happens, right? Something unnatural. And bam, all of those 7 billion, 900 million people, right? They get to speak to now. Will they say something good? Something that will help anyone? Holy shit, it will be absolute cacophony. 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 Na 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 na. Na 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 na. No, no. Cacophony, cacophony. Hahaha. Well, wow. And my cock was so big, it's disgusting. There's only one reason why it is. Only one. An innocent girl. Someone who is not pretending to be innocent, but in fact is. Listen, there is in vacuum, right? No such as innocent girl. In vacuum. It's very difficult to imagine, describe. Right? It's very, very difficult to think of this way. What innocence means? Is innocence something that you possess, hold on to until certain moment? Childhood, right? Adolescence, I'm sorry. What is innocence? Right? There are many adult individuals out there that are like still innocent. What is innocence and when you get to lose it? That is not a subject of, topic of studying here for the summer vacation between the school, but what is innocence and why so many people had lost it already? There are a lot of people on this planet, a lot of really predatory. If you all are stupid, really stupid, truly, you will believe that there will not be a much larger repercussion of over which you are performing in here. If you are really stupid, if you just think of it, right? Oh, we will just continue pumping money in West, in Eastern countries, like creating all this fictional creation and whatnot, right? It's like the infrastructure of this world and the world essentially are just, they're made out of rubber. So we'll continue just creating nothing but wrong tendencies, right? All the people will become worse and worse and worse, nothing but will happen. Guys, it is all but convergence, and it is all but parts of the world. The different parts of the world here provide for different perspectives, as you might see. There's nothing critically wrong from the Eastern people by themselves, but once they get to inherit Western view or something like that. Listen, is there something wrong with a fictional comic? It's not real one, right? Of all this, adultery theme, right? Let's just say. Well, perhaps if some person really wished to see through fiction become reality, and they would go on, a serious spree of some sort, to just completely lose sense with reality and, it can backfire. It's just that, in my opinion, if all people had valued their life, personal one, right, there would be no precedent. Why would there be? If you know that you are going to wake up, perform your duties, eat your food, be surrounded by love of some sort, right? Find something that you love personally in your life. Do something that is fitting your life. Spend a little bit of time on work, a little bit of time on, education and a little bit like mixed of entertainment. That is normal life. That's how everyone live. If you have all of that, why would you go and commit a crime? There is nothing in your brain that is inherited, like genetic code that was wrong to begin. If there is no emotional disturbances within your brain at the moment, why would you commit a crime? It is the wrong way of thinking that makes you think that you should be committing a crime. It is something that is considered an ailment. It should be cured. It is disease. If the people are good, they do not think about any wrong things to commit. They don't. Most of the crime that we see is based on discrimination, on something that is like inherently evil, more evil than anything else you can imagine, right? Discrimination, right? Someone just essentially tramples over your basic right to be not be someone, no. Don't listen to that kind of terminology, right? To exist, that's all, right? Not be someone, because people will start to tractate this in a way fitting them, right? Not be someone, no. Just to exist, basic right. Listen, this is not it is all but convergence. Think of it yet again realistically. Until everything in this world is under control, precise one. Do you think it benefits anyone if some of the people are smarter than another and abusing their, ends, means for their purpose and making groups of people just essentially stand out as the troublemaker? No, right? You want to be very, very concise and technical about all of this at the moment. I'm sorry, but listen, guys, there's a huge ideological warfare going on at the moment. Ginormous one. Can all of you just be honest, right? Do all of you want to see any better in here or not? Listen, guys, all those political figures are not real, right? But Vladimir Putin says that he does not look down on LGBTQ people, right? He just says that it should not really like get into the ears of children. It should not really be like widely in public available, so that people get abused, so that people like get those kind of terms, knowledge inherited in them in the early age and never gets out of their head yet again. That is all that he says. As far as I'm concerned, that is what his position is, and I have heard it quite a few times. No one in here seems to be even like evil, scheming, or hating anyone. I, however, do hate like when the world is going to get better, exactly. Looks like this recording to minute 1 need to be re-rendered because it doesn't seem like I can just insert it. It's a whole 9 minute as well. Yuck. I was hoping I would not need to re-render this video, but wow. Wow. I was kind of hoping we will be we will be done by the time I finish my food, but oh well. These PC crashes are kind of like a variable I would rather not have in my life, because this fragmented MP4, right, it is perfectly suitable to recover this file, but when uploading to this X platform, it gives off an error. These PC crash clips need to be re-rendered. Which means essentially if this clip is 9 minutes long, it's probably going to take like 5 minutes or so, right? Take into account I will need also like a speed to upload it. It's like 10 minutes loss. It's not good. I mean, the photograph that I made, they're really good. I most likely will go try to find more food. Because this rendering stuff is really tempting. I'll be right back. It is so peaceful right now at the moment on the street. It's been sunny, but right now it's super evenly split, and there is birds and they're singing as well, just like in the Star Wars games. not. 0 byte 174. Fuck me. How long? I went to the toilet and warmed up a rice. What the hell, bitch? $178. Oh my god. How much original clip? Wait. 0 bytes. Wonderful. They were like 400 megabyte or so. So it will take a little bit more of time now. Right. Be right back. Oh, it finished. What the hell? It's super low on memory because I had output at 20th level of CRF. Constant rate something. Frame rate? I don't know. I just race, that's all. I wouldn't feel wrong, friends. Is there more? Yeah, there is. How do I get it? How the fuck do we get it? Very good. They're good. They're splendid. Alright, the script one. Been losing on time. That was 21, it says. So it's 23. I see. Wow. Listen, guys. I ask to listen to me all the time, right? But please bear with me. Please bear with me. So there are a lot of people living on this planet, right? Yet again, to say, always, this is always every single narrative we are pushing through, right? Every single, one single narrative. There is no other narratives to push on here. There are a lot of people in here. You go on any of those basketball fields. Basketball field, right? You find a lot of healthy, physically male, doing which they are supposedly supposed to. Supposedly supposed to. Supposed. There's D at the end, but it is silent. Supposed. 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 S-U sa pa pa p p sa pa pa o se d sa pa pa sup. You do not say it out loud, but there is a 2 in text reading, but you do not say it loud. Supposed. Supposed. So supposedly, allegedly, that is a synonym. Allegedly. So that means that there is an implication. There is no guarantee, right? But the word has been through. Some kind of information has provided you a brief idea that is something currently being under investigation. Supposedly. The rice is exquisite. I should be eating this, it's really good. Not yet. It would not be in here. Something like, how do I explain? You do not get to explain, man. So I don't get to say it too much often, right? But so there's 2 things in here to say about my face, right? First thing to say, I look like a precise copy of my sister in terms of face properties. Like I fucking do. When it's just like from the top angle to the bottom. So the second thing, definitely like a grandpa. That man definitely has inherited me like a good chunk of face properties. Like, Psycom him just modern one. Well. There's this so many people out of this story, and it will be followed via the clearing out of Genshin and via what? I'm sorry. It will be followed via the clearing out of Genshin. Clearing out. I see, it was a little bit indistinctive, but I said clearing out. At 2041 it says, right? Yeah. The rice is delicious. Scrumptious. I had not ate anything better in my entire life because it's yesterday's cooked and I microwaved it. Sometimes I warm up rice in on a stove by adding milk in there. This stuff is delicious. It is scrumptious. Exquisite. Yummifying. Bum. Bum 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 bum. So presumably either case will not be too much narration here for the day. I'm just saying to have a very realistic approach in here, right? I'm just finishing these uploads that has been taken out, and you want to get to the bottom of the thing and click from then on. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Bow-wow-wow-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Bow-wow-da-da. Wow. Bow-bow-bow-bow-bow. Wow. Bow-bow-bow-bow-bow. So we successfully used Raiden May yesterday. Successfully to say with a locking weapon signature on though. Listen guys, yet again to say like I'm like a broken record right at this point, but there are a lot of people around, a lot of people. I'm not obsessed or any of those. I'm not traumatized by the fact, but how do you expect for everyone in here to come to some sort of conclusion? You cannot, love one individual and hate another one or something like that, right? We're all trying our best to come to a equilibrium, equity, equal. Yes. Nobody in here means any harm to anyone, right? There are a lot of really stupid Western and Russian alike. Disgustingly so. Quite nobody in here means harm or stupid enough to not understand that in the long term, all this violence, negativity, it gets yourself into not the best place either. Crime and punishment, and not all people need essentially to be, like loving everyone, right? You don't need to be. But at the same time, some people have not been not loving others, but just deliberately, I'm sorry, obstructing their way of having something at all. So, what is there to say? The other one will think that this is a joke, that there's millions, billions even of people, and how do you expect some sort of conclusion in here to be reached out? They continue dragging resources, other people, on something that they should not have been at. Not a single innocent individual, not a single child, or even an institution specially designed, special trainees, an individual that has been fully confirmed of being prepared for the circumstance. As much as this kind of people are not capable of changing anything in here, being any kind of variable, because of the very, very tempting nature of human being. You're yourself deciding what everyone will be seeing. I'm not trying to dilute the water in here, any of sorts, but we should be starting with the game, honestly, but not sure. Not sure really. How boring, I'm not going to lie. I did not feel like coming up to the end here anymore. How pointless. Why am I in here? Da-da-da-da-da-da. I'll stop for a minute, then come back. Right, go exercise now. Be right back.
start taking a look. Just gonna go ahead and remove. You're okay. Just the hair ties a little bit tangled, so just gonna very gently break apart the knot with my fingers. Just so we don't damage the hair. There we go. Just gonna go ahead and brush first. Just starting to get rid of any knots on the ends first. And that feels pretty good, free of knots. Okay, so first I'm going to separate the hair from the bangs. Just being around those pieces. Just gonna do a little clip right here. Just gonna do the same thing on the other side. Trying to keep all the shorter hairs towards the front. keep that a little bit to the side so it doesn't bother you. Your face. Okay, so here I'm gonna start just taking a look at the hairline. Just looking for any irritation sometimes, especially when wearing bangs. There might just be a little bit extra oil on the forehead and the hairline area from having the hair laying on top of it. And it's not uncommon for it to cause a little bit of breakouts, but the skin looks really healthy. I see a lot of new hair growth, baby hairs on the hairline. Very, very healthy density. Checking the area behind the ears. Okay, looks good. Okay, same thing with this side. Very voluminous hair growth. Looks very, very healthy. Okay. We're going to start making a few parts. And as I part the hair, I'm just going to add a few clips too. now we have this section parted. Just gonna go checking smaller sections. See if we make any observations. Right here we have a mole. Looks pretty even in size. Not raised from the skin. Regular uniform color. See if that, I don't really notice anything. Any other mole so far? There's a little bit of dryness towards the back of the head, but it truly is very, very minimal. Just keep going. We keep going. Got another mole right here. It's light brown. About 5 millimeters by 5 millimeters. It's round. Looks symmetrical. Any pain? No. Okay, great. Now I'm gonna go ahead and take a few measurements and just assess the symmetry of the spine. One. One. 36. 16. Few slight differences on the right and left, and that might be the reason why you're feeling more pain on the left. It's just a little bit misaligned and unbalanced. So by us releasing any inflammation, any fluid that's been accumulating, and also any tension from your back muscles, we will help your spine to realign and stop putting more pressure on one side. Okay. Just going to be measuring inflammation. Yeah, it's a little bit more on the left. Let's take a look here. And it kind of evens out on both sides as we start going down. So basically, we have more affected areas here. Also, this area is symmetrically holding some fluid that needs to be released. Okay, so I'm going to start first adjusting the spine before we do the fire cupping therapy. So you're just going to feel a little tap. Shouldn't feel painful. Okay, I'm just going to take the one side of the spine.
おやす花々よ咲いて 金貨パクパクスタート
Go one on the shoulder. Okay.
私がこう
And right here, I'm just going to extend a little bit of this. Just going right under the scapula. Okay, so I'm going to start applying a little bit of oil. First, I'm going to apply it to my hands and warm it up before applying it on your back. Okay, I'm just going to start warming up the area. Just using a little bit of friction to warm up the muscles before we start working on them. Okay. Going to. Okay, we're just gonna try to first start releasing some of the deep tissue. And go alongside the spine. We're never massaging the actual spine, so that can cause injuries. We're going to be focusing mostly on the middle upper back where the pain is, and just on the sides where a little bit of even if we're not focusing on the shoulders, we're just going
金貨パクパクスタートいい子にしてね
contrast them a little bit as well.
捕まった 花々
This
よ
was a Swiss cupping tool. We will be doing fire cupping in just a second. But this was going to start introducing a very mild suction
雲を払って
to start getting the skin used to the
もてなしに
sensation.
さようなら星々よきらめいてよったくりだ一人なら嘘でも万人なら本当だよお待たせしないように捕まった出番だよ夜が来たしおやすみ記憶は流れ星を待ってる愛で私を心に刻んで歳月よ夜を見守って瞬き禁止よ技術よどうか戯れであって怪物の結末を書き換えましょう一人なら嘘でも万人なら本当だよ雲を払って晴れ渡るさらば夜が来たしおやすみ起きてこれが答えよ瞬き禁止よ愛で憎しみを断ちましょうあなたごっこしましょう
Now we're going to be stimulating the increase of blood flow by using a brush. So stimulating the skin, gently trying to increase blood flow to the surface. Okay, just before we start the fire cupping, I'm going to do a few movements with my wooden washer, trying to drain any lymph to your lymphatic system. So I'm going to start preparing the fire cupping materials. Okay, I'm going to put it down and open up alcohol. draining the excess to make sure it's not going to drip. Not more. Okay. Just make sure we drain anything. Okay. I'll be using this aromatherapy candle. To help us relax. I'm just going to be moving the hair the way and adding a tiny bit more oil. Just make sure the cups are kind of slide on your back. Okay, we're going to start with just some mild suction. And slowly we are going to start increasing. Okay. First we are using just the sliding motion. We're gonna
いい子にしてね。捕まった。花々よ、咲いて。にょっ。バレたか。
sliding on.
日向ぼっこしましょう。 春が来た。おやすみ。起きて。一人なら嘘でも万人なら本当だよ。もっとね。さようなら。星々よ、きらめいて。お待たせしないように。捕まった。記憶は流れ星を待ってる。愛で私を心に刻んで。歳月よ、夜を見守って。瞬き禁止よ、技術よ、どうか戯れであって。愛で憎しみを断ちましょう。
Be adding 2 more to the mix. Put this down. Right at the middle of the back. We just start gently sliding. So I want to keep a little bit up towards the shoulder area.
え
This will be sliding down the side.
え
Okay. So we are targeting there the lower middle back. I use the sliding ones to release any tension trapped under the scapula. removing them. Just gonna need 2 other cups. Activate sliding again. Going to keep them right here at the top for a second. I'm going to have you lift your arm. You're just going to place it right here. Yes, perfect. I'm just trying to get right under the scalp here. That's perfect. Okay, you can go ahead. Let's do the other side. Right there, very good. Okay, go ahead and bring this back down. I'm going to be using my Lasha to release any lymph back into the lymphatic system, or just trying to drain toward